We are back with Tarot Talks, the energetic dialogue where we channel through the tarot cards.
Today, I'm pulling cards to represent the head, and Karine will be pulling cards to represent the heart, and we will have a dialogue between head and heart through the cards.
And by the way, this is Annalise, my very
Oh,
lovely co-host from
yes.
Washington State. So we span the whole world. Okay, let's start. Would you like to
Yeah,
start as the head?
sure. Mm-hmm. All right. King of Pentacles. Oh, so as the head here, the King of Pentacles is sitting in his power, embodied in what he knows. And this plays into two aspects. There is the self-confidence, the courage that it takes to sit with our own thoughts and our own ideas and trust ourselves. And then there's also the polarity of that, which would be to be overtaken and to be over controlling and to decide perhaps too often that your way of thinking, being, or knowing the world is the only way that is. So we can get ourselves in a little bit of a trap. You see, the king is here all by himself with his brilliant ideas.
And the heart feels exactly that with the Nine of Swords. I feel like you are overwhelming me. Yeah, I feel like you are hurting me when you are so fixated on this one idea and you're not even listening to me.
Mhm. Death and rebirth. So when we become aware that the mind is not listening to the heart, that maybe the mind can't hear the heart, or the mind is having a hard time trusting the heart because the mind wants to be in control. The mind is saving us from something, protecting us from something. And if we're too locked into our protection, our self-protection mechanisms, we lose access to the magic and the wonder that is available to us. And so the mind, when the heart gets loud enough, or when the mind gets curious enough about the heart, the mind does go through an experience of death. There are stories we have to put to bed. There are ways of being that we have to stop cycling through. There are certain choices we have to make. And yeah, death is hard, but it leads us into a rebirth and an experience of the self that you want it.
I do want it because I realize with the Eight of Swords in reverse, this would be the right one, but it fell reverse. So with the Eight of Swords reverse, I realize now that you're saying that maybe I feel like I'm trapped, but I might not be. I might have more power myself to let you know, hey, I have an idea too. Listen to my idea. So it's up to me to free myself from this imagined entrapment by the mind. By the way, I love how the blue in this card reflects the blue in your death card.
Yeah,
Hmm.
brilliant. Okay. Oh, so the King of Wands likes us. He was hanging out with us last week too.
Hmm.
Um, yes. So the king. So as the heart begins to realize uh, that it has a place, the mind will issue a duel in certain ways. And the mind is going to fight the heart. The mind is just going to fight. The mind is going to want to win. The mind is going to want to take over. The mind is going to tell you that this idea is the right idea. Follow me and we'll have success with the mind. So we'll see that there's this sense of courage in the far back, this lion that will come through. And while the mind serves us and protects us and offers us a lot, this is a tricky card because it is the king. And so we want to give it all the power and we want to make it right. I want to make the mind right in this case, but the mind is not always right.
Neither is the heart. I have the Six of Cups in reverse. So neither is the heart, because the heart oftentimes clings to the past. And the heart likes to dwell in the hurt of the past. And the heart likes to remember the head that, oh yeah, but there is this little inner child that we need to cuddle and we need to take care of, and it's so hurt, and it's me because it's still in me. This little one is still in me, the heart. But as the heart, I need to be honest that sometimes I just need to let go of stuff, especially the past, because I'm not a little child anymore. I'm a grown-up now.
The Eight of Pentacles. So the mind can play on the attachments of the heart as well. And the mind can become dependent on the attachments. And the Eight of Pentacles invites us into evaluation of our values, an evaluation of what is important for the future. Now, the future, sometimes it can be hard to think like many, many years into the future, but future could be tomorrow. Future could be 3 hours from now. And so evaluating what qualities of self in heart and mind need to be present in order to experience what you actually want instead of what you're used to.
And the future can come so quickly. Suddenly it's there. So I totally agree as the heart that we need to stop preparing as much. We just need to let it happen.
Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords coming up here as we step towards letting it happen, as the bridge between mind and heart grows. There is a reliance on swords and that energy, the quality of energy to cut through and to really perceive what is actually true, to perceive consequences to various actions of heart and actions of mind. And as we pay attention to the way the world responds to just the heart acting or just the mind acting, or those moments where we experience both acting together, and paying particular attention to when we experience both together. And so we've got these, we'll call these ravens, signifying magic, as this woman is walking into a field of the unknown. She's walking into something she's never experienced before. She might have many lifetimes building up into this moment, and she's still standing here in this field, wide open space, entirely guided and protected by unseen forces, but really needing to rely on herself, her heart, her mind.
Four of Swords reverse. So the heart has a lot of reversals. It's lovely. Four of Swords reversed is, I agree, we don't need as much protection as I, the heart, sometimes pretend to need. Because yes, I'm protecting myself a lot. Because I feel attacked by you, the head. I feel attacked by all the past hurts. I feel attacked by anything that would be maybe a potential threat in the future. But I don't need as much protection as I think.
Brilliant. Strength. And so as we start to, I've got goosebumps everywhere. As we start to let go of that layer of protection over the heart and even over the mind, because so often we avoid information that we don't want, information that's going to come in and change us and alter us. Oof, the mind is going to push that away too. So the mind has these layers of protection as well. And as we release these layers of protection, because we get to know ourselves and we get to trust the way that our energy signature works in the world, when we are in alignment, we step into an experience of strength. And it shifts the way that we understand protection. It shifts the way we relate to boundaries. The walls come down because we're not afraid of what's inside of our bodies. We trust the way that it moves and shifts and works in the world.
And then the magic can happen because I can feel the love. I can feel the love and I can be together with you, the head, and I can be together with a loved one. And I can feel that I'm here to let somebody and let a lot of people in and to be in communion with all these people because I don't need the protection. I can do that with the strength that you, the head, were talking about.
Oh boy. And we're finishing off with the devil. So the mind, in our avoidance of self, can label self-awareness and clarity of perception as dark, as the devil. We are afraid of things that we do not understand, and there are aspects of self that we do not understand. And we are the onion, and we are a cyclical being, and we will continuously return and return and return to these different layers of ourselves. And so I think what this card actually is representing in this moment, and we can see a quality of kindness in this devil, and the lightness in the hair. So we can see the duality playing out in this. And so I actually do not be afraid. We do not need to be afraid of knowing ourselves and of knowing what we've done wrong and of knowing where we can improve. Because we have the strength to handle it.
Yes, we do. Then I have the Lovers in reverse. Again, card in reverse. So when you, the head, realize that you do not need to be afraid of knowing, of having clarity, I, the heart, do not need to choose. I can just be open. I can just receive and I can just give, and I don't have to choose protection. I don't have to choose whom I'm loving. I just can love and receive the love. I have spoken.
Indeed, you have.
Let's pull an oracle card to see what could help anybody watching
Okay.
achieve this evolution that we just sketched out with the cards, right? What could help anybody watching understand this dialogue between the head and the heart? Oh, deep knowing. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Deep knowing.
Mm.
All that we just, the dialogue we just had, a wonderful one. I never expect the cards to develop this dialogue in this way, but it's always just poof. Yes. What this card means, though, is that anybody listening knows that already very deeply. So we were just a little reminder, you and I, Annalise.
Absolutely.
What does your card say?
So I have Earth,
Oh, beautiful.
and it reminds me of what we were talking about earlier. What
Mhm.
is the Earth and what are we doing here? Why are we here?
Mhm.
And I actually had pulled another one as well, which was the witness. And so as we witness ourselves, we witness the Earth as she navigates the merging of energies, heart energy and intellect energy. And our world right now is a great example of how both of them coming together is, a time of change, and lots of things are unexpected and some of the stuff we are not interested in, but we find our alignment, we find the center of our being, and we hold fast to our internal forces, and we shift with and for and because of this planet, this wonderful planet Earth that we're on.
Yeah. I love it because it really ties into the conversation you and I had before, and maybe we can say a few words about that would explain, because it really ties in beautifully. That this Earth is a polar realm. The planet Earth has two poles. So anything in this realm of existence, it has polarity. It lies in the nature of the thing. So when our soul decides to have a human incarnation, we are here to experience this polarity. So we are here to experience this conversation between the head and the heart. And it's part of the human experience. It's part of what our soul wanted to experience, that we might at times not be in sync. But then
Definitely.
again, at the same time, we have the deep knowing that this is a realm of existence, but we come from another realm of existence where polarity does not exist.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
this is the thing where both truths are very much anchored in ourselves at the same time.
Mm.
So I really love that you drew the Earth card, and I hope that we were not too philosophical and we made it clear what we're meaning here.
I tried.
No, I'm trying right
Okay.
now. But this is really the thing, because we were talking about love and light and shadow, and it's just part of the human nature. It's just part of what's happening here on Earth. So whenever you feel judgmental about yourself, not listening to the heart enough, or not listening to the head enough, just be aware that it's part of the human experience, and it's just a phase.
Yeah.
That too shall pass, because in this we just had a beautiful conversation where we went from you do this and I do this, and then yeah, but we can do this together. Yeah, but no, I'm doing this and you're doing that. And yeah, but when we're together, it's best. So
Mhm.
it's just an evolution of, like, everything. Oh my God. I'm rambling here. So, because on Earth we do have cells, and what do cells do? They contract and they expand. They contract and they expand. There's a pulsation to everything that we do. So we come together and we're drifting apart, and then we come together and drifting apart. And I think this is the most beautiful message for this tarot talk, don't you think?
Absolutely. Just stunning. So good.
So we hope you liked it.
Mm.
Please subscribe. Any comments you have, we're very grateful, and we read them all, and we answer them all. And well, anyways, we're going to see you again next week. Thank you
Yes.
so much for being here.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.